Welcome to PISO21 podcast. What episode is this, brother?
Oh, the one and only 6.
Damn, welcome to PISO21 episode 6. It's just us two, Padilla, Shadow today. So we're going to have some fun with it today. I'm kind of excited. It's going to be nice, short, and sweet to the point. And we're going to get into a few things that I think are going to be pretty entertaining. Mm-hmm. And yeah,
every time you say nice, like short and sweet, it's not short and sweet. It's usually like long as fuck.
For real, that's true. Maybe I shouldn't speak anymore. Peace.
Yeah, all right, dude. Well, there's a short part. It was actually that's short. How are you, Shadow? How's it going, man?
I am good. Trying to take it easy this week. I just had a 7-day bender, man.
7 days, bro.
Labor Day weekend.
7 days though?
Well, you got to think about it. We went camping.
Oh yeah.
That was day one.
Well, that's like a personal thing.
Yeah, but you know, when
like I'm talking
drinking,
about work, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll take that. I think that's 4 days.
Bro.
What were you doing for 7 days?
Bro, the way that I fucking hype up the crowd, I'm out there.
Okay.
That's a bender night, bro.
Actually, you were. If we're talking about like what happened this last weekend at Wonder Love, you were like actually going hella hard.
Yeah.
You were doing extra shit. Which you and Yeti actually were actually out there. Like I thought you guys were about to crowd surf for a second.
Yo, the energy in that crowd was actually like top tier. Like that's the energy I crave when I MC. Like,
yeah,
man, and, you know, like I'm out there doing extra shit. Fucking,
you look like a rapper,
and it's
bro.
me and Yeti, so it's like two big motherfuckers, like fucking going crazy on the front of the stage. But I know he had a great time. He's a dope MC, man, and you know, like whenever he wants to hop on an event, it's never like, nah, fuck that. It's always like, no, yeah, it's a good addition. Like,
Yeti.
I can't be there every single moment. You
That's
know,
right.
MCing is tiring work. You know, like if you MC the whole event, you're doing more work than the DJs. They have an hour set. MCs are locked in, giving out energy the whole time. And I think a lot of people don't understand that because we're out there like having fun and jumping, but that shit is so draining, bro. Like it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, boys and girls. This is why I would never be an MC. Just because I don't want to be exhausted. I'm already tired.
I mean, you kind of are MC for a podcast.
Oh, yeah, it's different. There's
And
not
you're doing
1,000.
great,
There's
dude.
not 1,000 people physically in front of me. You know, so it's like,
different,
sure.
yeah.
So come on. Okay, so we got too far. We got too far with that. So backtrack. Episode 6. Thank you, God, for allowing me to be here at episode 6. So today, you know, Shadow and I, we debated a little bit, like, what are we going to do? Like, are we going to bring a guest? Are we going to have anybody else come through? And shout out to all the individuals who have actually reached out to be like, hey, what does it take to be part of the podcast? It's not like we're not listening. We are. It's just that, you know, we're following there's a wait time. We want to definitely fit everybody in, but with scheduling and everything, it gets a little complex.
Yeah, you know, I mean, this guy is super busy doing like a bunch of cool shit. A lot of new stuff coming.
Yeah.
They're working really hard on bringing stuff to life in the city, and I myself, you know, I'm trying to do extracurricular stuff, my own shit, and yeah, sometimes we just want to wait for the perfect moment for a few people, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But it doesn't mean we don't hear you. We hear you. We understand. We get it. And we want to give everybody the opportunity to showcase. That's the reason why this whole thing was created, right?
Yeah.
Because we want to showcase, the different talents and what people got going on. Especially, I mean, we welcome anyone, right, to come into the podcast.
Yeah.
But, you know, I take a certain amount of pride when it comes to my Latinos and Latinas, you know, with that, or actually going out there and doing things.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, let me shine 15 seconds of fame or 15 minutes of fame onto you. Mm-hmm. But in the middle of being fucking busy, I also have a personal life. So, you know.
What's going on in your personal life?
Bro, I cried. I fucking cried
Today?
No, almost today. It's getting better. It's getting better as we go. I cried yesterday. I was actually super upset because my boy, my 4.5-year-old boy, he started preschool on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
And so, he's never been like that far away from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with like strangers.
Yeah. That's a crazy
Which actually, there's a funny thing that, well, before we get there, like, it was hard because that's your kid, and I
Mhm.
know all moms and dads who like are out there, and you have your first or whatever, your kids, right? It's hard to see them like doing their own shit. I think this is a really cool stage, like 3, 4.
Mhm.
Like, it's been really fun for me. So like, because you start seeing like their characteristics come out.
Yeah.
They develop fucking like attitude and shit. So it's like, oh, okay. And you as a parent, you're like, oh yeah, that's definitely Ron's attitude. That's definitely Michelle. That's So,
Yeah.
I think it's really cool to kind of see your seed kind of grow into like what like a little miniature version of you. But we fucking let him go, and he just like turns back and he's like,
No.
he's like, well, fuck, you're leaving me here,
Where the
and
fuck you
yeah,
going,
you're
man?
leaving with these fucking kids, and like
These strangers.
there's these teachers and whatnot. So I mean, it was tough. I sat in the car for like maybe an hour after I dropped him off. And it was like, not, it didn't help. I should have just drove away.
Yeah.
And I was just contemplating my fucking
Shit,
life.
just go back and
I'm
pick 'em
like,
up.
damn, dude, like, what the fuck? I felt really shitty. And I started kind of crying, and I was like, oh no, like, it was tough. It was tough.
Yeah.
But I just remind myself, everybody goes through it. I remember I fucking went through it. I cried my first day of school. I remember.
Me too, dude.
Did you really?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Bro, for real?
Bro, my fucking mom tells this story all the time, man. My first day of school, I was a mess. I was definitely a hyper emotional kid. So they actually called my parents back like after a few hours, like, yo, your kid is still tripping out. He's traumatized. Like, come pick this fool up. So that my first day of school, they sent me
Wait,
home.
where did you go to school, bro?
It was probably like in the Inglewood area, LA.
Oh shit! So
Yeah.
you were crying because your parents, like, it was the same.
Yeah, I don't think I got it. I don't think I understood, and I was like, "What the fuck? Who are these people?" It just went crazy, bro. Like I'm telling you, I was hyper emotional, man, for sure. Growing up, so that was definitely a traumatic experience.
They called your parents
Yeah,
back,
they're
bro.
like, "Yo,"
And so what? They went back to pick you up?
yeah, like, "Yo." Actually, yeah. After that, yeah, yo, I didn't go to kindergarten
At all?
at all because of that.
Cause you cried?
Yeah, bro.
'Cause you
Because
cried
I would
for
trip
two-
out. Like they'd be like, "Oh, this guy's not ready. He ain't ready for this to socialize with other kids like that."
And now you're like hyping up fucking
yeah.
crowds.
See,
and
I'm
shit.
telling you, man. Like, there's such a 360 turnaround.
Okay, so hold on.
180.
So you were so bad, bro, that the teachers were like, "No, don't let this fucker back into the school."
Maybe actually.
Yeah. And your
Yeah.
parents were like, "Okay, that's cool."
Yeah, I guess they figured it out. I don't know. I've always been a handful.
Okay, that's interesting. No, I think I cried for like the first. It was definitely the first couple of days. Like, I hated it. Like, my
Yeah.
parents would drop me off, and like, I remember like holding the fucking doors, like don't shove me into the shit. Like, don't. And my parents, like, we grew up like, like, not super broke, but our Latino parents did what they could. So
Yeah.
like, I remember around school year, like when school year started, my parents were like, we would all go shopping to like Factory to You and Factory for You. I don't even know that those stores are around. Like,
I don't think I heard of those.
what
What is that? Factory
It's
for
like
you?
it's Factory
La
for You.
Factoria, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
this
you go.
full circle
Hey,
moment right there.
science. Factory for You, like, the best way that I could explain it, it's just a fucking store. It's like a super like they sell Dickies and like, it's knockoffs. Like, it's
Okay.
just like, like your big.
It's kind of what, like a Gen X?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably Gen X is probably the sister product
Yeah,
to
yeah,
those
yeah.
places, but
Okay.
Factory to You and then Factory for You. I know that Factory for You, I think, they still have one in Salem somewhere.
Yeah.
I know this because on one of our nights at Calle, I ended up like dressing up like a tour, like just I was so thugged out. I guess I would say like super like Chicano rap like style vibe.
Yeah.
You know, like
Acquid.
Acquid, exactly. I thought I was Acquid actually. So I bought myself like some what's those shoes you buy? What the fuck those Bolio shoes?
Yeah, the Cortez.
Cortezes, yeah. No offense to anybody that's a fan of the Cortezes.
I love the Cortez.
Yeah, Chad will be rocking that shit like no one's business. Yeah, and I bought super extra large pants. I got the little belt with the little P for Padilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got the la flanela, and then I got the little like the glasses, looks. I was thugged out. I was actually like,
how old were you?
Bro, this was like a couple months ago at Calle.
That's true.
Yeah,
You're right,
and so I
right.
go in there. I'm standing in line, like nobody really recognized. I had a beanie too. I had a full ass beanie.
You gotta send me a photo of that if you have any photos.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I can put it in the clip.
Yeah, and I just went to Calle, and I was like asking, like I was a little cholo. I was like doing my thing. I was like, "What's up, little Jaina? Like, how much for a table? Okay." Like, yeah.
Tati was like, what?
Tati
She
was-
didn't recognize you. That
Daddy
was
didn't
crazy.
recognize me until like I said some shit, and then she was like, she kind of like took a hard look, and she was like, "Oh, this motherfucker," like But she was opening the bottle, and I was like, "Hey, rápido, like come on." And then and then I think Gabby, was it Gabby or I can't remember. It was like another bottle girl we had. I asked her like a ton of questions, and she didn't know how to answer because it was like her first day there. And I was like, no, aquí no, es muy despacio, está muy despacio, no. Like,
You would do that. At
yeah,
lunch?
yeah. I was like, yeah, dude, I was like, in character, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was doing my thing. So anyway, fuck, that was fucking crazy. We veered off.
I was like,
yeah,
I'm trying to remember how we got
where's
into
this
the
going?
cholo.
No, so my parents, that one at the beginning of the year, like we would buy like all this fucking shit, like colores and everything. And it sucked, bro. Because
Factory?
Factory, yeah.
Factory,
There,
okay.
that's why I came up.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we
yeah.
would have to share clothes, bro. Like my family and I,
Yeah.
like my
Yeah.
brothers. Like it's like, okay, hey, like don't get this shit dirty, cause like your brother's gonna use it the next day, like. And then same with fucking colors and shit. I went to school in Woodburn, so Woodburn had a really good program for families that couldn't
Yeah.
buy those things. Like there was all these other programs in force that would help
Dope.
those like parents in need or families in need. And so we would always go to school and we would have like the minimum, like we would have shit, so that was cool. But then it got to a point where like if one of your siblings fucked up your shoe, it was like, okay, we're fighting.
Or like you ripped a shirt and you're like, yo, like I was supposed to wear that tomorrow.
Yeah, for real. There's a fucking mole stain, bro. There's no product in the world that can battle mole. I've realized, bro. There's just no. It's
Yeah?
just once it's fucked, it's fucked. Like, just might as well get
Damn.
yourself a new shirt. So, I was so bad at going to school, like I didn't want to, and I was crying. That my parents, I won't forget this. They went and they bought me like a new backpack, like to like inspire me.
You're like,
And it was
"Oh,
like
I need to use
my
this."
backpack. Yeah, it was dope. And like the backpack was bigger than I was. Like it covered my no butt and like my shoulders, and it
Yeah.
was like I damn near didn't have shit in that backpack.
Yeah, you had a fucking
Yeah, but I had a
cuaderno.
fat old backpack.
A cuaderno and a pencil. You were like,
Yeah.
you can hear it rattle in the back.
Yeah. And the next, I mean, bro, and even the fucking backpack did not do it. Like I was so in
Really?
fear. Yeah, no, dude, I hated it. You remember your kindergarten? Well, you didn't go to kindergarten, but you remember your first teacher, like first grader, as a first grader.
I remember the classroom. I remember like vaguely, like we did the whole hatching pollitos in that class in first grade, but I don't remember the teacher.
You remember, like, who was your favorite teacher? Like, what? Don't tell me it was like high school.
No. Like my first favorite teacher her name was Miss Ames.
Ooh,
Miss
shout out Miss Ames, wherever
Yeah.
you're at.
But that was fifth grade already.
That's bomb. Fifth
yeah,
grade.
but that's the last one.
What made her different? What made her different from like?
I think I was just finally more conscious as a human. I was like, oh, she's pretty cool. I wasn't like fucking terrified little kid, like, yeah, fucking the world is burning. I was like finally like kind of old enough to be like, oh, this teacher is like pretty cool.
Okay, bet.
I'm pretty
So
sure that was it. I
your
don't
fifth
know.
grade teacher, that's cool.
What about
Um,
yours?
Mine must have been Mr. Ritchie, and he was actually my fourth grade teacher.
Sick.
This
What
month,
was
this
dope?
guy always had. I was about to say this motherfucker. No, this teacher, he always had Jelly Ranchers, always.
Ooh,
Like
that's how you do it right
he was a
there.
huge Jelly Rancher guy,
Hell yeah.
and I remember like at the end of this class, like he would always be like, "All right, don't forget your Jelly Rancher." I mean, but that's not the reason why I liked him. He was just a very involved, and I felt like, I feel like there's teachers that really know how to talk to you,
Yeah.
and then there's like others that like just kind of go through their day. Now, as I'm older, though, I will say that I as a fifth grader, like like in middle school
Mhm.
or elementary school, I looked up to my teachers. Like I was very like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was very like, damn, like these motherfuckers, like they probably make hella money, like like that was literally
Yeah.
like to me
Yo, they're like
a
the
teacher's
dopest
like,
in the
yeah, I
world.
was like,
Yo,
bro, they
like,
know so much.
yeah,
Like they're the
damn.
teacher. Like they're teaching you about language arts, social studies, math. Ah, they're intelligent.
I wouldn't even know about the pharaohs if it wasn't for Miss Ames.
Well, bro, now that I'm older, like I be seeing teachers at Calle, so I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
So I'm like,
exactly.
what?
Exactly.
I'm like, oh shit, like there's a teacher. Like,
Mhm.
wait, you're a teacher, but you're at Calle. Like we've had some people want to interview as like bartenders, and they're like, okay, so what do you do now? Like, oh, I'm a teacher here, and I was like, oh, all right, cool, like that's dope. So
Looking
that
for a
kind of
weekend job. I'm a third grade fucking yeah.
so that kind of gets me thinking, like, oh, okay, so like, I wonder how many times my fifth grade teacher came in like
Yep.
fucking drunk, like not
Yeah.
drunk, but like, hungover and shit. Like I was like, fuck, I had a rough night.
Yeah.
I've ran into some of my teachers before though, like at bars over in Woodburn, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little awkward, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're all humans.
Do they
like,
remember you?
You have to story tell.
Yeah.
Like I have to say some shit like this, like, "Hey, you remember me? I'm like, I was a skinny kid in the back, and like I would never listen, and I had a super, like, hey guys, what are you doing?" That's literally what I sounded like. Like I was super high pitch, and I would always interrupt the class, bro. Like so, I say those things, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I know what the fuck you are." Like, yeah. What about you? You run into any of your? I think I run into like a lot of like friends,
I
like
don't know.
old school friends.
Yeah, I've done that, but I can't remember the last time I ran into a teacher that, well, like I was actually cool with, like especially like a high school teacher. I can't.
You also
remember.
went to like a white school, huh?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, for sure.
primarily white.
Tualatin High School.
Yeah. How's
Yeah.
that?
Bro, it was a trip. It was a trip. I mean, yeah, I know you've heard it. Like I was like a skater kid, so I was
Wait, you can skateboard?
not. I mean, I could ride a skateboard right now, but not. I can't do shit no more. I could probably ollie, but I used to be a
Wait,
skater.
you're not like
X Games mode.
no, but like what got you into skateboarding? I'm only saying that, man, cuz I would not picture you on a skateboard.
Bro, I used to skate all day, every day.
Really?
Yeah, like that was my escape, man. Like I would. That's how I fell in love with music too, because I'd love to cruise around. And in our apartments, we had these basketball courts, and it was like a rollerblade hockey court to the side.
Oh, okay.
So it was like just this big court with smooth, the perfect fucking place to practice, and yeah, just a bunch of us kids were skateboarders.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm actually impressed that you can skateboard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, give me a month. I'll be able to do maybe like a kickflip.
No, you don't have to do all that. I don't want you to get
I
hurt,
will do
bro.
it for you, dude.
No, you don't.
I wanna
Absolutely
prove
do
to
not.
you
I
that
don't
I
want to
can
see
do
it. I
this.
believe you. I believe you. I don't. I need you to be like, well,
I fucked my shit up.
bro. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
picture you falling, and then we're
that'd
done.
Probably fuck me up.
Yeah, savage. Okay. So yeah. So
Where were we
then,
going with that?
that
Story?
you used to skateboard, and then that you used to you were at school, and you don't know this about me, and then you went to a white school.
Oh, white school. Yeah, so that's how I got mixed in with a little bit of everyone, because obviously all the skaters I was skating with were Mexican from the same apartments, but we made friends with the other skaters in school, which were predominantly white. And then like I ended up in high school, basically got fucking drafted by the coaches because they would just see my building like, this man right here is built for the field. Pena, we need to get you on the field, son. And the fucking, I was like, for real? Like, you really think I'll be good? All right.
How tall were you then?
Got a whole little scholarship and everything. I was basically this tall.
Oh, yeah?
This big, maybe a little.
And they wanted you to play football because of your build.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, fuck it, all right. And then fucking they're like, we'll fucking get you through the whole.
And
shit.
what happened?
I played for a year. It was actually the year we went to the state finals.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and that was 2008, I want to say. And
so you didn't do nothing else outside of that, like football, like that 1 year was it?
Yeah, no, I didn't do.
Why did you
like
continue? Why didn't you continue to do it?
Cause
Too much running,
bro. It was, you gotta understand. All the kids I was playing with had been playing like youth leagues and fucking
right,
you know.
Yeah.
So I come in as a sophomore in high school, and all these kids are like fucking like, yeah, we're ready for college, bro. I'm about to get drafted for college. Fucking down, and I'm just like a skater kid, like, what's up, y'all? What's good? Like, you know, hella pothead too. Like,
you smoked weed in high school?
Yeah. I started the same year.
Ah, shit. Okay, there you go. So start weed, play football. Let's go.
Yeah. And yeah, so that's how I got playing football. Is how I really got mixed in with all the a little bit of everything, you know, like the white kids, the Latinos, and everything in between, like. Little bit of everyone.
So our school was a 5A school. So and then 3A. It went to from 5A to 4A, and then it went to like divided like 4 schools, which still I think it was a 4A still at that point. And then your school was a 6A. So what that means is pretty much it's just the size of the school.
Yeah.
Like Tualatin must have had, you know, a lot of kids, you know, there's a lot of kids there, so that determines the size of the high school, right? Woodburn, like, it was a 5A, and then when they went to the, like, divided into the 4 schools program, then it, like, downgraded to a 4A, from what I understand, right? But 2% of those were Mexican, like, legit, like.
Man, I wonder what that would have been like growing up with just.
It's there's pros and cons to it, you know. Like, I don't think that there's, you know, the pros and cons aren't that bad, really. It's more like, you know, you grow up with your community, you grow up with like people that speak your sign language, they look like you.
Yeah.
You know, there's no one calling you fucking names and shit. Like, you know.
True.
You're not like there's no racist.
Like comments. You're not the minority.
No, you're not. Like you know. And then we have like a few Russians and like maybe 2 black kids. Like legit, you know. And then the Russians like go to the barbecue, to the carne asada, so they're family, you know. Yeah. I don't know how it is now, but like that's how it was.
Russians are really similar to Latinos. Like,
yeah, they fuck with us. Yeah. They drink like no one's business. Yeah. Like, let's go. So, I mean, that's kind of how it was. But the con to that is that you're in a fucking bubble. And you don't understand perspective. Like, there's a lot of like sheltered. I think you don't see past your community, and that's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, because then I landed a job as a flight attendant, and it wasn't until I got to like South Carolina that this fucking dude's like calling me a spick, and I didn't even know what that was. I was like, oh, what? No, I was just kind of like, oh, it's interesting. I looked at this. He was flustered and whatever. And he goes, oh, you fucking spick, like, you know. And I was like. All right, like what? And it wasn't until later I told the story to one of my captains, and he was like furious. He was like, what? Like, this is 2014. Like, why?
It was a customer.
Yeah, he was just a douchebag. Like, no, he's a nice client. He was like this guy that was just late. He was just like, his flight had been delayed, and he was pissed off.
Those are the worst.
So yeah, he was annoyed or whatever. But you know, and then so he decides to say that, and then I asked my captain, I was like, so what does that mean? And he's like, oh, it's like saying like a dirty Mexican, like you're a dirty Mexican. It's like equivalent to saying like a redneck, you know. I was like, oh no shit, like, oh. It wasn't, and even when I like started to like kind of understand, I wasn't offended by it. I was more like, huh, Like I
Like
guess
curious, like
I guess you
whoa.
don't know what you don't know. Yeah,
It just
like
kind of opened like another thing in your brain, like, like that's different.
yeah. But that's what I mean. In Woodburn, no fucking guy is gonna call you that, bro.
Yeah.
Like like
You know,
your
people
homies
call you
are.
pinche pendejo.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck you.
That would have been a little different if they told you that.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, it's all about really understanding like communities and cultures. But like, I'm so for one, you skateboarded. That's crazy. And then for two, like you were a football player, which is also dope. I can see you being a football player for sure.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah, I was decent, but I really didn't know what the fuck was going on half the time. I was like, bro, I'm just gonna block you in front of me.
Did you graduate?
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. Barely.
Barely?
I was. Oh my god, I cheated my way through school.
Really? Who the fuck would you copy? Tell me.
The other dumbasses. No, there were a few really smart people and then like really nice girls and homies that would let me copy just because they were nice.
Yo, shout out to
they
the
knew.
girls that do everything right in high school. Like I mean
They were the
do
best,
everything
man.
right. Like they're nice.
Yeah.
And you're like, and they're really cool with you. You know, like you're their friend.
Bro, exactly. That's
And
what
they
it was.
help you. Like, oh, here you can just copy.
I would give them the little puppy dog, like, yo, you know I don't do my homework. Can you just please, like, okay.
Yeah. You
While the teacher's literally picking up the papers from everyone else. Oh my god, I miss that thrill, bro. I miss that thrill.
No,
You're, like,
dude,
looking at
fuck
the
no.
teacher coming, you're fucking.
You just write the last fucking answer.
Yeah.
No, dude, I had friends like that too. Like I have even through middle school, high school, especially high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was always, and I'm not as funny now, but I remember in high school I was really hilarious. Apparently, to all the people that like were in my classes and
Yeah.
shit, I was a huge disruption like to the class.
You were the class clown.
I definitely was.
Yeah.
Definitely was. And
I
so,
can see that.
but the girls were really cool with me, so like they would let me copy.
Mhm.
And I'm not talking about like, like I didn't do shit for them. Like I would not like I would just provide like I was just funny. I was just I'm gonna entertain you for 8 hours, and they would just let me copy. And so that's literally, bro. Okay, so you barely graduated, right? So that's great,
Through the skin of my teeth.
bro. I got kicked out of my high school, bro.
What?
I got kicked out of my high school.
fuck?
Yeah, it was whack.
Damn, you were that disruptive or what?
No, it was for me. It was more like an attendance thing. Like I
You would
just
skip.
I just hate going to school. Yeah, but I would skip with no purpose. There was no purpose to me skipping. I can't even be like, oh, I was skipping because I went with my girlfriend or nothing like that. Like I didn't even have that, you know. So it was more like I'm just skipping just to be a dumbass. Like there's no purpose to this.
Yeah, like, you were just like fuck school. Just
Yeah, well, and I fell behind so much because I would skip so much that actually no, I got in trouble. Actually, I got in trouble in high school where I was skipping. And bro, it was so stupid. I was skipping at it. It was like a janitor's like place, like where they have all the dodgeballs and like all the
You would
equipment.
just go there.
Bro, yeah, it was open, so I would just go there, and it was dumbass. It was just so stupid.
You didn't even like go explore the world
No,
outside. You just like,
no,
go
let me
into a
just-
janitor's
let me-
closet.
They would just fucking say this janitor's closet until they come out.
Oh, is that a mop? Oh, okay. You fucking get familiar with all the equipment.
I'm like, oh, we got new dodgeballs today.
That's the Fabuloso 3000, bro. That's the best one. I see them pick it up all the time.
That's right. That's right. So this one time, bro, there was a bunch of kids that happened to be skipping at that one time, and it was fucked up, bro, because the janitor's closet was, it was never locked, right? So it was always like good, but it was also notorious for like, for people to go in there and just kind of like, have a little makeout sesh with your significant other, and then you leave, right? So it was, one of those things.
It was one of those spots.
Yeah, one of those spots. Yeah, and so this one time, bro, there was a lot of kids that were skipping, and they went to like this fucking different class. I think it was like a PE class, and the PE teacher at that time, like he was really cool. So like he didn't care who came into class. Like he was like, okay, if you're gonna be here, just run,
Yeah.
And so they did like this fucking operation catch everybody that's skipping that day apparently, and they all ran, bro. Everybody ran, and they ran into the janitor's closet, bro. And I'm of course in there like.
You were already in there?
I was already in there, bro. I was already there skipping. And so then fucking all these fucking kids come in, and I'm like, oh fuck, it's a fucking party right now. Like what the fuck? And the cops, because like every high school has like a security cop or whatever.
Yeah.
So he comes in and he's like flashing his light, and he's like, everybody needs to come out right now. And I was fucking terrified, bro. I was scared as fuck. I was like, oh shit, like we're in trouble now. And you know, they got everybody in trouble, but with me, they were like, this guy doesn't even care. Like, he doesn't give a shit. So then,
They're like, this guy hasn't been in class.
yeah, they looked at my attendance and were like, dude, he's so far behind that he just doesn't
Yeah.
care. Yeah. So they kicked me out of school and they sent me to an alternative school, which is where all the bad kids go, I guess. Like, you know, like just people that are like problematic and shit. So I went there I ended up not even going. Like, I dropped out
Oh shit.
and I got myself a nice little job. I remember, like, in Woodburn. So in Woodburn, you can get whatever you want. Like, you can get green cards, you can get like passports.
I got my first 21 plus ID.
Yeah, they will cook
at
you
the
up.
age of 16.
They
in
will cook
Woodburn,
you
bro.
up a fucking, yeah, all that shit. It's known for that, right?
Yeah.
We will catch that stuff. Don't take that. Don't go to fucking Woodburn.
No, yeah.
Get yourself
We're
a
really good at identifying fakes.
yeah, yeah, 100%. So I got some like documentation. I don't even know if this might get me in trouble. Fuck it. And I applied. I made up this name, this alias name, and I applied. I remember I was like 17 at that
No, what
time.
was your alias name? I gotta know now.
It was like, fuck, I can't remember. Let's not disclose that. but
I'm trying to remember mine too.
But I used that to go work at this like full time because you're technically still a minor, so you could
Yeah.
work, but you can't work 40 hours,
Did
right?
your parents know you were doing this?
Oh, bro, my mom loved me working. Like, my parents were like, go to work, you know, like, especially if I wasn't going to school.
Yeah.
So my mom was like, yeah, if you're not gonna go to
Pues ponte a
school,
trabajar.
then go to fucking work, you know,
Yeah,
help us
yeah.
pay some of the bills and shit.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, all right, fuck it. So I went to work. And I was working 40 hours, bro. I was working 40 hours at this company, recycling company.
How old were you?
I was 17. I had just turned 17.
Whoa, 40 hours is crazy.
Yeah,
That's
and
17.
then I was working 40 hours. I picked up a graveyard shift, and then I worked at Elmer's with legit my real shit, as a part-time student.
Yeah.
And I was a bar back. I was a busboy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did both, so I didn't go to school. I didn't go to school, and I was like, you know what? Like, fuck it, this is bomb.
Like,
$700,
making money?
$700 a week. I'm ready to fuck it. I'm going places.
Yeah.
That was literally my small little journey of like work, and then I did that for a year, and then I because of that I was a super senior, so I
Yeah.
went back to school. And then got my credits. I did packets, bro. Like, they literally
Yeah.
gave me packets.
I did a few of those to graduate.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
you do a packet, they give you 1 credit.
Yeah.
And it's like, how's this fair to everybody that's going to school?
That's
and like,
literally paying attention every day.
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
notes.
yeah. And I remember, bro, the reason why I'm telling this whole story, not to give people like the wrong impression of or to be like, oh yeah, go get false documentation and go work somewhere.
Yeah.
It's more or less to I think for a long time, like when I didn't graduate with my class, for a long time I kind of beat myself up a little bit, where it was like, fuck, like everyone else is going to college.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like everyone else is doing shit with their lives and shit like that, you know. And I think ultimately, as a young adult, like if you're a young adult and you're wondering like what you're gonna do with your life, I would say don't worry about it. I'd say don't worry about it.
That's true.
Like, it's not that serious, you know.
Yeah.
And I know you might be going to school like for either to become an accountant, a doctor, you have a business major.
Mhm.
Like, no shade to anybody that's getting their degrees, you know. Knowledge is power, right? But I will say during that time that I was like, fuck, all of my homies are going to college, whether it
Yeah.
was like Chemeketa Community College, PCC, like, you know, some of my good friends went to like, you know, University of Oregon,
Yeah.
University of whatever the fucks, you know, some people left the state, you know.
Yeah.
And you're kind of left in this like, damn, like I'm falling behind.
Yeah, like you're being left behind. Yeah.
Like,
I remember that feeling too, bro. I
Yeah,
remember
it
that
sucks.
feeling.
It's like I'm a piece of shit. Like, what am I supposed
I
to
was
be
like,
doing?
damn, why didn't I just fucking try? Like,
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
when I did try, it wasn't like terrible or hard or like I could do the shit. It was just like that's not the way I learned, and I'm sure it was the same for you. Like,
No, it was 100% the same with me. So, bro, I gave up. I literally gave up. I was like, you know what? Like, my teachers are telling me that I have like 2 credits. This is year 3. Like, what the fuck? I'm not doing it, you know? And I really thought like very poorly about myself. I thought like, damn, like I kind of let my parents down. Like
Mhm.
my mom's dream was for me to get a job at Wells Fargo, like legit. She's like, if you can sit behind a counter, that's all I want. Like.
Damn.
And I'm like, all right, cool. Like I've accomplished that and more, obviously,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
but you have to understand that like for a lot of like families, like we're the first ones that like went out there to pioneer and essentially
yeah,
like go, because like you have like, for example, some of y'all, you have older brothers and sisters, and you have that one brother that went like to college, for the very first out of the family, right?
yep,
And not just the siblings, but like this is the first in like the mom side of the family, the dad side of the family.
yeah. Like in all the generations, bro.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's a scary thought for you, for that one guy that made it, So
yeah,
it's like, damn, like I'm doing shit, I'm going places where my family's never been,
yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. Be proud of yourself. That's round
That's
of applause
dope.
to
No,
you.
for
If
real.
you're drinking, fucking cheers,
Let's go.
motherfuckers. Yeah,
Cheers
there's
to that.
tequila in here, by the way. There's tequila in here. We just have not fucking poured it. We're about to pour it here soon. But it's a scary thought. And
Yeah,
then at the end of the
it's a
day,
weight.
it is. It is
Yeah,
a weight.
you're literally carrying your family and the history like on your
What
back.
generations of
Yeah,
like
exactly.
hope. I think you're carrying generations of hope, and like when you finally do it, there's like gratitude behind it.
Yeah,
So for me, I was like, fuck, I fucking let everyone down. Like I'm the kind of like the black sheep of the
the
family.
fuck up.
Like I fucked
Yeah,
it up and this and that. And I want for those kids and those young not teens, but anyone that's like hasn't feels like hasn't done anything with their lives yet. Your time's gonna come. Like I promise it will.
hmm,
And you're on your own time of success. Like you're
yeah,
not just because your homies went to somewhere else or like they did X, Y, and Z or they started a business, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not succeeding. Because everyone's level of success is different. You know?
yeah,
Like Shadow, your level of success may be like, as long as I get this crowd up and going, like that's what the fuck I care about.
hmm,
My level of success could be like, as long as my kid is okay and I pick him up fine, that's what I care about, right?
hmm,
So to measure yourself next to whoever you're with, you're doing yourself an injustice. Don't fucking do that. Like
yeah,
stop doing that. Legit.
yeah,
That's literally what I've learned. Because now, no shade again to anybody that has gone to college, university, has gone their paperwork right. Um, if I can put myself side by side, like I've been places, to more places than what any of these kids could possibly have gone,
yeah,
right? Not because they don't want to or can't. It's just the roads and the paths they look so different.
yeah.
I had bullies in high school. And the ironic thing about this now is that my bully, is my teller at my bank. And this kid has a degree, like a business degree.
Yeah,
So life does a 360,
yeah,
100%. Believe in your fucking self. I promise it's gonna work out. It's not, it's really not that serious. I
yeah,
think parents, the best thing parents can do is believe in the kids.
yeah,
Like if your parents tell you, or if they don't tell you, like, oh, you got this,
yeah,
you need to you owe it to yourself to like motivate yourself in some sort. And I feel like that's what happened for me. My high school principal, that's who was like, hey bro, like you can. That's all it took.
yeah.
He's like, you can. And then I was like, all right, then let's fucking
Yeah,
go.
don't do it then.
And game
Yeah,
over. Yeah, I mean
that's dope.
that's my 2 cents. Fuck.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. No, man, I definitely feel you on that, bro. Like I am very much, I think, from a similar cloth as far as like a student in school, and it just didn't click for me, and feeling left behind, and also not really getting that guidance from my parents, because I also feel like they were trying to figure out what the fuck was going on in a lot of ways. So I didn't get like that, like, oh, mijo, tú, si quieres ir a colegio, like let's start working on that for you. Like, I didn't get none of that guidance. It was more of like, hey, just please don't fuck up. Like please don't fuck up in a major way.
We're fucking praying.
you
That
know,
you don't fuck up.
but yeah, no, like it's the same for me. Like I see a lot of the people that I grew up with, I went to school with, that went to college, that have degrees, and sometimes you get glimpses of their lives, and I'm just like, ooh, like, and I'm over here kind of living this dream life, that I never thought was in my future. And I'm just like, damn, life really does work in such a crazy way. And
Yeah.
things work out. Things always work out. The main thing is just like not giving up, not giving in, not falling to the pressure, and just knowing like, yo, just put at least one step towards something that you truly want to do every day, and your fucking shit's gonna pop off for you for sure.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of when, not how.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
What?
Yeah, that's the quote, right?
I'm a what?
When, not how.
When, not how?
It's a matter of when,
not how.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Your tonality was just a little off.
Maybe
It's not a matter of when. It's a matter of how. No?
We just flipped it.
Oh. It's a matter of how, not a matter of when. Oh, there you go. That sounds a little better.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
Vice versa.
It
works both ways.
It makes total sense. So, and guys, not to bag on it. This is not Shadow and I bagging on anybody that has aspirations to go to college or go to university. We've heard amazing things.
Too,
yeah. Knowledge is definitely empowering.
Yeah.
Whether you go to a college or university or not, you should still be reading. Like, you should still be on a podcast, listening to somebody that's inspiring. Hence, PISO21 powered by Calle 6. Let's go.
Hey.
Or TED Talks is also a good one. Like audiobooks. You just don't have a reason not to educate yourself, right?
Yeah.
But then it goes one step further. Like, it doesn't matter if you go to the most expensive universities in this planet.
Yeah.
If you have knowledge and you have it up here stored and you don't do shit with it, then who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Literally, bro. Literally. That's the other biggest fucking thing I run into. Where, like, I sit there and I talk to, like, all these professionals and I'm like, oh, cool, bro. That sounds like a lot of fun. Like, you got that degree? So where are you at now? Oh, I'm over here an intern at right now I'm like taking some time off because of X, Y, and Z. Bro, you're not doing shit with your degree. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Or they're at a warehouse somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, you did nothing with your fucking degree. Like, then that's like insulting too. Like, you wasted your time. Like, I'm sorry, you know? And so that's what I mean, guys. It's about, also, this part's actually probably the most important part out of the whole thing we've just said. Your time will come. You have to believe that. It's gonna come. You have to be smart enough and brave enough to identify when that moment is. Because just as quickly as it comes, it's gonna fucking leave, right? So if your homie says, hey man, I got an idea, I want to start this business, you better identify the opportunity and you better jump on it. Because you don't know how great that experience may be. The only thing that's for sure is you not taking it's not gonna happen if you don't take that jump.
Yep.
And we speak about jumps in other like segments of our podcast. And I promise, dude, I know I have so many friends, bro, that like, yeah, dude, they offered me this job and what happened? I don't know, man. It's just not the right time right now. And then I was like,
bruh,
damn. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know more than I do, I suppose. So, like, about that. So, like, whatever. Anywho, good shit, man.
We just don't know.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck.
Let's move on. I think the next thing is pretty fun. It's a little nerve-wracking.
Not for me, bro.
Nah, you want to run it?
Nah, I'm about to run it. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
We're going to try this beautiful thing called shitting
on Calle.
Shitting on Calle. We're going to call this segment Shitting on Calle. And for a minute, we debated to see if it was like the smart thing to do. It's a smart thing to do, for sure.
Yeah.
So, we go about going to Calle, and we obviously try to do the best we can to accommodate, and we don't always get it right, and sometimes people leave reviews. People are like, oh, like this was okay, this was not. And so Brian and I, we went through Brian and I fuck these tequila, Shadow and I, we went through a few reviews that we saw and were quite interesting, and we just want to read them out loud, and then so that the audience gets to see You know, this is the type of shit that we kind of go through. You know, this type of shit that like, or maybe shine some light, more than anything.
For sure.
This does not mean like we're being disrespectful to anybody. This is someone's opinion.
Yeah.
Whether they were drunk or not when they posted this, like that's entirely up to them. And you guys can also like see these reviews. I think it's fun to just kind of, you know, pay attention to like what the community is thinking, or what, you know, what everybody is what everybody's perspective is when it comes to Calle.
Yeah, because in some of these there might be a little bit of truth, but also not the full, you know, the full truth. So, oh yeah, this is good.
I'm trying to look for
just going over our Google. Like we are, you know, we're blessed to still have a pretty decent score. We got a 4.4.
Dude, that is bomb. 4.4.
We got over 426 reviews. You know, like that's pretty amazing. We got a 3.7 out of 5 on Facebook.
I mean, it's 4.4. I mean, maybe Shadow, you can educate me more on like what that means.
It just means the majority of the people rate it.
But what's like ultimately? Oh, okay, we're right. But like ultimately, like, I mean, how hard is it to be like 4.5 or 4.6?
I mean, for a while we were at 4.7. I just think we also do ask people to review a lot of the times, and to be honest, so the more reviews you get, the lower it goes over time. You know,
I see.
No one can be perfect.
All right, so here we go. So I'm going to say I'm on the reviews thing, okay? So we're going to just go off the list and just randomly choose some of the ones that are... We're focused on negative reviews. We don't care about...
Push back your mic a little bit.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, like I was saying. So we're focused on negative reviews, not necessarily the greatest, right? The great reviews. Because I love the great reviews, but... I don't know. Here we go. Shane on Calle. Here we go. Okay, the first one we see.
Segment.
Okay, so here's one by Mr. Anonymous. It says, I think this club is a scam. They post on their Instagram that they will have ladies free all night, and when you get there, they're trying to charge you $30. We met a couple of girls on the line, and they were saying the same thing. So we all ended up leaving because the security staff started being rude. They also don't open all the rooms always, which is kind of annoying because you're paying too much for only having one room when they claim they have 3 dance floors. Boom, there you have it.
How would you respond to that?
Well, I mean, if we're looking at the type of nights, and I think this is probably the toughest aspect of like the nightclub, because there's things going on all the time, right? Like there's different events, there's different there's different promotion going on. For example, like this last Friday it was a special event, so typically we don't charge.
Oh, that's why she said that. We were charging. Specifically in the main room.
Yeah.
We still had the free night. I don't know why.
We still had the free night in the Paraíso room.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing is getting our clients used to, like, for example, Friday, Saturday, like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and there's consistency.
Yeah.
But when we have like an out-of-town DJ, now it's a special event. So that same concept that you're used to is no longer. Like, it's a special ticketed event.
Yeah. So
I can see why this client is frustrated because they got charged $30. You didn't have the option. Like, there was no... You had other options. There wasn't like the only option was to buy a $30 ticket.
Yeah.
You could have gone to Paraíso and it'd still be free. Ladies' nights were still free.
Yeah.
But we had... What was the DJ?
We had Ray Burger. It was an amazing
Ray
show.
Burger. So he is a great DJ.
Sold out event.
Yeah, and it was a pre-ticketed event. And so the tickets at the door were $30. And so I mean, I don't think I'm not upset at this. You know, at
It's more
this
of a
at,
misunderstanding.
at this review. Yeah, and this type of stuff happens all the time.
Yeah.
I think for us or for the club, we just need to do a better job at educating our our clients and our guests. Like, what
Yeah.
kind of stuff do we have going on? Because if you know that there's a special event, then you know kind of what to expect. But also, not everyone follows our page, so like this is also like an invitation for you to like stay linked in, stay aware.
All the updates you need to know about are on our stories and on our page. And if you just want to know exactly what's happening, it's that easy. Just go on our Instagram and you will know. Yeah, I mean that was a misunderstanding. She could have had a great time.
Yeah, we encourage that you give us another try. We do have 3 floors. The 3 floors have always been there.
3 rooms. It's not 3 stories.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Thanks for clarifying. But it's also like, we don't open all 3 rooms. And on Fridays, for example, like we open the main showroom, and then we gradually move over to the Golden Bar. And this is all like supply and demand. So like if we see that everybody else wants to see that 3rd room open, like we're also open for that.
Yeah.
But it needs to make sense for everybody, and that's kind of how we tailor it.
I think they also have to understand just the climate of nightlife in Portland. Like Fridays is notoriously a tough night for 99% of the nightclubs and the bars out here in Portland. It's tough to get a big crowd to fill out the whole club on a Friday. We're blessed to be slowly inching to that, to being able to open the 3rd room. But I mean, maybe we're almost ready, but we haven't gotten to that point where we're like, okay, 3 rooms, 3 vibes, Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Like, for example, we're barely building up Thursdays, and it's just the main room, and that's going to take a lot of work to maybe open up the gold room on a Thursday. So
yeah, but it's all about, like I said, you said it best, inching our way into that, because it doesn't make sense to open a whole the whole 10,000 square feet worth of real estate, and we only have like 1 room that's packed. So
yeah. Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you for that review. We definitely appreciate it. That's cool. On to the next one. So this one's cool. It says, if you're gonna should I read this with like emotion? I feel like, should I be like pissed off? I feel like when they're typing this, they're probably like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Read it.
All right. You should read this one. You should read that one. Okay.
Whoa, which one?
Okay. Well, fuck. The 1-star 2 weeks ago.
Job with the last name.
No.
B?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll try to make a voice.
Okay.
Let me tap into Job. If you're gonna take people's vapes and not be responsible, then don't take shit that's not yours. Turn people away if they bring shit that's not allowed. I sound like a fucking movie.
Yeah. In a world.
Fucking, okay. I had to give them my vape, and now I'm out more than $40 because they are not liable, in quotes, for a plastic bin they put my vape in. These people are sketchy, dude, and not responsible at all. Be careful with what you bring, because they will come up with any excuse to take your things and not take care of their shit.
Okay.
1 star out of 5 with food, 1 star out of 5 with service, 1 star out of 5 with atmosphere, noise level, very loud, hard to hear, group size, not sure, wait time 1 hour, holy
plus.
shit, 1 hour plus. Okay, that's crazy.
All right, well,
not crazy. Okay, I mean,
you want this one. I feel like you want this just because you're a vapor. So what's up?
I am new to the vaping community, so, and even before, like, I started to vape here and there. I've tried it, even before, there's other people that, like, they know us, like they're homies, and they're like, hey bro, the security took our vape, and it's just law. You can't smoke in the club. If you whip out your vape, you're fucking, you're gonna get it taken away, or you have to leave.
Yeah.
And the majority of the people are like, okay, here you go. Like, it's confiscated. I don't know exactly the rules. Actually, maybe you can shine more light.
Yeah, no. So the problem with vaping is that we don't know, and it's gonna if there's already like a concern for waiting over 1 hour. Can you imagine what the time is gonna look like when security has to identify what's in this vape, right? And now you got you have different types of vapes. It's not just like nicotine or tobacco
True.
or whatever. It
True.
could be like weed or THC, whatever, right? And when you're specifically looking at like THC, which is more of a issue, you don't want people to get crossfaded. That's like mission critical. Don't let that
True.
happen, right? So security's instruction is more like, hey, like we're not gonna play around with like the idea of could it be, is it not? And I know it's labeled and everything, but you just don't know at this point, right? And in efforts to reduce wait times, we across the board it's just not allowed, right?
Yeah.
Now every venue it's to their discretion, not necessarily like the marijuana, but like the vaping part of it. Like
Yeah.
I know some outdoor venues like they're okay, or they're a little bit more lenient. For calle, don't bring it. Like if it's tobacco, like there's just a zero like tolerance for it. Like just don't. It's gonna get taken away. Now, that doesn't mean that calle should not take a more responsible approach to to maybe confiscating. I don't know the ins and outs other than what they actually wrote on here.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that more on like security and their discretion what they want to do?
that is
or-
actually correct. Yeah. So it's really like because they can tell you okay go leave this in your vehicle and now you're waiting in line all over again, right? Or you're getting an additional pat down because you went to your vehicle and we don't know what you're bringing with you, right? Now, I think that there could be maybe 7 different other scenarios to this where a client could have been disgruntled or didn't like tonalities, security's tonality.
Yeah.
It could have been, this was his
I mean,
favorite
the
vape.
addiction is real with that shit, bro.
Well, I mean,
So-
I get, and that's a preference thing for you.
People get real antsy when they don't have their
Yeah.
vape.
Yeah, and I think most clubs and bars, I think that they assign a designated spot for that. I think that the problem is trying to control a lot of it. Even though we tell people hey, don't vape in the club, they still do it anyway, and it's just kind of it's frustrating because it applies more to security, and it's just one of those things where we encourage that you see it from a liabilities perspective versus we're being assholes and we don't want you to vape and we don't care about your shit. That's really not. Trust me, there's other things that we care about more than someone vaping,
Yeah.
But yeah, so sincere apology to that, to you. And in return, we'll talk to security and see if we can create some sort of system so that don't bring it. Literally, don't bring it. Leave it in your car.
Leave it in your car.
Leave it in your car, and we won't have any issues in terms of that. Customer service is always an ongoing thing. So
Or really just don't smoke in the club. A lot of people are okay if they just don't whip it out in the club,
Yeah. All right, on to the next one. Here, I'll do this one. It says, I've never experienced such unprofessional and rude security staff at a nightclub before. There were 2 specific security guards, the only female guard I saw, and a short, dark, skinnied male. I don't know why I said it that way.
Dark-skinned.
Skinnied. Skinned male who refused to give me his name. Who were extremely aggressive. The male guard in particular was unnecessarily hostile towards my friend, grabbing him and dragging him out without explanation, just saying, he looks drunk, quotation marks. Yes, my friend had a few drinks, but he was simply enjoying himself, dancing and having a good time. He was not making a scene nor bothering nobody. The whole situation left me questioning if it was racially motivated, since my friend is white and this is a Latin club, or even homophobic. Either way, it was completely unacceptable. if a club is going to sell alcohol, why punish people for actually drinking it? Question mark. To make matters worse, the bar lines are extremely long and the drinks are overpriced. The entrance fee is 21. Not bad. What started as a great night turned into a disappointing and uncomfortable experience, and I will not be returning. Food 1 out of 5, service 1 out of 5, atmosphere 1 out of 5. Gave us 1 star. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say, thank you for taking the time to write all this out. And it looks like when I read long paragraphs like this, it means that you really took some time to, really gather your thoughts and
that does sound well thought out
and express real concerns. So we'll address the security guards. Man, that's a tough one. Security guards have been, we've ran through, I think, at least 4 different security guards.
Companies.
Companies. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you. And it's hard to find a good company.
Yeah.
It's so difficult because you have to understand that they're placed in, our first line of defense, right? That's number one. Secondly, they have to be professional.
Yeah.
They have to provide customer service, and then they have to put up with people who, just last week, one of our guards got punched 7 times in the face by a female that was intoxicated, And so for them, it's kind of like you also have to be stern, right? Now, I'm sure this person didn't punch our security guards 7 times in the face, but with security guards, you just don't know what you're going to get, right? Mm-hmm. And so sometimes it comes off a little bit too aggressive. It comes off a little bit too like she said, this person was hostile. We don't know what that security guard had endured. There's 3 rooms. And so, they might have had a smooth night and then it turned really bad. And unfortunately, this person got the worst out of it.
Yeah. We don't know exactly what the situation was, Mm-hmm. We don't know what the security guard saw to make them step in like that. Or if they even did fully step in like that in that moment. What does actually surprise me on this one though is that she had a question. She was left in question if this was a racially motivated incident, and I'd like to say that it wasn't. Just because I understand our culture and what we believe in, and this is not like hey, we're only Latin based, that's only people that can come through these doors. Not the case. No, we welcome all colors, race, ethnic background groups, whatever it is, right? Mm-hmm. So I would be left with a very sour taste if this was that type of situation, but I'm confident to say that it wasn't. The other thing too is, I think a lot of this has to do with maybe, alcohol monitors and security working together. Your friend, or this individual must have not been doing anything, but could have looked like they were intoxicated. There's no punishment to obviously being drinking the alcohol. We obviously want you to have a good time. Yeah. But you also have to understand that security and alcohol monitors are trained to, look after the safety for not just your safety, but everybody else's safety. And when you have, 300, 400 people plus in one space, you don't know what everybody's mentality is. So unfairly, I will say that unfairly, security and alcohol monitors treat everybody as okay, we need to be on our toes, because we don't know where something might pop off or what's going on, It is really unpredictable and
extremely unpredictable.
Her last question even ties into that, why in a place where you can drink, punish people for drinking, or what is it? What exactly?
Yeah, she said, to make matters worse, the bar lines are extremely long, but we're working on that. we have actually worked on that since day one. So it's just how popular a club or bar can be. Sometimes the wait lines are a little bit longer than expected. But no, it's more about the not necessarily. I don't think she means punishing people for drinking it. But she says if a club is going to sell alcohol, why punish people for actually drinking it. So
Well, we don't condone, like, intoxication to the max. Like it's there because obviously that's what nightclubs do. That's how we make the money. Um, but we don't encourage blacking out or being overly intoxicated or none
yeah,
of
we've
that.
seen blacked out. We've
Yeah.
seen that, and it's actually scary
Yeah.
because we don't know. Like, here's the thing: there's this beautiful thing called pre-funking, and people pre-funk before they come to the club. Like, I mean, we did it when we went out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, hey, let's have a shot or let's go here.
Save some money and
So we don't
show up
know.
tipsy.
Yeah, so we don't know like really what your tolerance level. You come to the club and we don't really know your threshold when it comes to that. So
I got a good drunk poker face, I've been told. So, I mean, I know I'm not the only one, and I know there's probably a lot of people that also have a drunk poker face where you can't really tell how drunk they are until they're fucking blacked out.
yeah, for real. So I mean, on here it says she's okay with the the cover fee, which was fine. We try to stay competitive when it comes to the cover fee. And then she wraps it up with saying, "I will not be returning." Well, I'm so sorry to hear that, and I will say if you can give us another opportunity, I will make it correct. We'll make it right. So,
Yeah.
and if you don't give us another opportunity, we also respect that 100%. We do, however, ask that if you are a club goer or you want to go out there and still experience nightlife, obviously stay cool, stay respectful. Pay attention to like how other bars and clubs are treating you, and tailor to that bar that meets your needs. Because not every club is gonna meet your need.
For sure.
Every club's a little bit different. We've heard that our club is super hot. We've tried to fix it. There's no dollar amount that will fix the AC. It sounds like or looks like.
Yeah.
It's just hot, and people, the body creates heat, and
I mean, the AC works great until
yeah. If you walk in there now, it's freezing.
Yeah, like if you walk in when we open doors, you will want a sweater.
Yeah.
Like it works, but when you do get 500 people in a building all dancing and sweating,
It's like not
come
the
on,
business. You're like,
that's
oh,
tough.
it's hot, yeah. But like I said, like different. There may be another club or another location that's not a problem. So
Yeah.
it's all about kind of your preference and what you want. So if you do find that, like, we obviously encourage that. We want people to come out, and not every bar is gonna be a best. I've gone to bars and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this,
Mm-hmm.
And I've been to restaurants even, where I'm like, okay, this is a vibe, this is cool.
Yep.
It's really about what you like, and we understand that guy is not for everyone, but hopefully with these, we can maybe read the other reviews later and then see what
Yeah.
what we can kind of come up with.
Well,
But
this is a new segment. We can maybe do 3 an episode.
yeah, we can definitely do that.
And we'll pick them out beforehand so we have them ready.
Exactly. But we appreciate it, both good and bad. So
Yeah.
to us, it's not a bad thing. We just want to shine some light, like we said. Let's talk to security. Maybe create like a more customer service oriented, but also understand that they're security, so they're there to like be stern when they need to, not hostile. That's crazy. And then also provide maybe a better system.
Yeah.
For the vapes, right? So maybe leave your vapes outside, leave them at home.
Yeah.
It'll be there when you get there. I promise. I promise. Okay, cool. So I think this pretty much right about does it.
We're about an hour, 12 minutes, like every other episode.
Good shit. See, man, we love to talk. God
For real.
damn, like we talk too much, man.
Well, all right. That does it. You have any last words?
No, stay safe, stay humble, finish your week strong. If you're gonna go out, cross your X's and O's, kiss your kids goodbye, kiss your moms, your dads goodbye, show some love.
Your
siblings. Make sure you go to work and you give it your 110%.
Yes.
Use a condom. That's very important for sure. Don't forget to take your tequila shots. Take your ron colas, your cafecito con ron. Like, have fun. Make sure you pause it a little bit. That's all I gotta say for today, because this was a tough fucking week for me. So I'm like, damn.
All right, that does it, ladies and gentlemen. That's another episode of El PISO 21. I keep saying of PISO21 podcast brought to you by Calle 6 PDX. And we'll see you on the next one.
Deuce.
Deuce.